Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. It's Monday night and time for our weekly Q&A. This is your chance to ask any questions that you have, saving money, couponing, the sky's the limit, whatever you want to ask. And I always come with a topic. So the beginning of the year, the perfect topic is always getting started couponing. That is everybody's question. There's a lot of folks that are wanting to dive in this time of the year. So I know we might have some new folks around, but I also know a lot of us are on every Monday night. So for some of you, this may be a little bit of a review, but you know, the beginning of the year might be a good time to just think of it like a retreat in a sense, and let's get re-energized for a new year of saving a lot of money. That's our goal, right? So as we dive in, if you are brand new, you've never joined in, ask any questions that you have in the comments and I will see them or my husband will see them. And between the two of us, hopefully we won't miss it. He tries to alert me so that I don't miss them, and we will do our best to try to get answers. And then I'm going to go through and just teach too, just how to do this. And I'll stop and try to answer questions as we go. And I know there are a lot of folks that will probably help in the comments too. Y'all are awesome about that and might even answer your question before I even get there. So hopefully between all of us, we will be on this tonight. So to dive in, the first big thing that I need folks to get when we're trying to change our grocery budget is that we really want to change the way that we approach the grocery store. So we're not going to the grocery store and getting what we need. We're going to the store and getting what is on sale. So I am not a need-based shopper. I am a sale-based shopper. What that might mean, you may actually come home from the grocery store and look at what you just grabbed and think, there's not much here that I can make a meal from. But on a normal basis, that's okay. I have a pantry full of food. I don't have to have anything. I just need to stay stocked with what we regularly use. So I'm going to look at the weekly ad and I'm not going to sit there and think, okay, we've got to get every single thing here. We might not need everything that's on the list. I hope you don't use everything that's in a weekly ad. But I need to get what we will use that we might not have enough of. So we want to change the way we shop. We don't want to be need-based. We want to be sale-based. To be able to do that, you need to know one key piece of information that I feel like should be required information for all high schoolers before you can graduate from high school. Grocery stores run on an incredibly predictable sales cycle. So that means if it's on sale today, it will not be back on sale for 6 weeks, like clockwork. So if your favorite cereal, this one right now, free at Publix, completely free. If you, I don't even care if this isn't your favorite cereal, it's free. So if I walk in and cereal is free today in the grocery store, I should get a box. But if this is your favorite cereal, then you should get enough to last you because it's going to be about 6 weeks until it's back on sale. Now, any of you guys who are watching that have been couponing for a while, you know, we saw this free a number of times last year. So this does happen. It's a regular occurrence. And maybe it's not free next time. Maybe it's a whopping 50 cents. But still, I want to get enough when it's on sale, when it's its best price to last me until it's back on sale. And if I realize that grocery sales run on that 6-week cycle, then that's very easy to do. Now, we're not talking hoarding. So there's a really big difference here. I'm not telling you to build a bomb shelter in the backyard. Just get enough to last your family 6 weeks on most of the items that you would regularly use. So, you know, for a lot of things, 6 weeks worth of mustard, it's like get a bottle. I think you'll still be using that bottle in 6 weeks. So a lot of this, it's not go overboard and go crazy. It's just what your family needs for that 6-week mark. It's not a crazy number. You don't want to know how much cereal we buy around here with 5 kids, but other things are a pretty normal amount that everybody else will be grabbing. So you do those two things together. I see that it's on sale and I buy enough of it to last me until it's back on sale, about 6 weeks. and you've got it. That's the gist. That's the goal of what we're trying to do. And when you do that, you are easily going to be saving 50%, if not more, off of your grocery bill. So, I mean, meat and potatoes right there. We haven't even added in the coupons yet, but that is going to save you a ton of money. So we've been doing that now. It's kind of hard to imagine, but for almost 12 years, that's how we have grocery shopped. And I can map that by my children because I started couponing when they were almost one, and I now have almost 14-year-olds. So we're about to hit the 13-year mark, I guess. But we've been at this for a while. It hasn't changed. I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, it's gotten harder," or "the deals aren't as good." Guys, we haven't really even changed our budget much in the last 10 years. Yes, coupons have shifted, but we're still seeing a lot of really great deals. We're still able to get the things that we would normally want to get, and doing quite well with them. So no excuses allowed. We can still save a lot of money. And that's where I'm going to jump to a few questions, and then we'll jump back in and we'll talk about the couponing and go from there. So let's see. Ashley says, my main problem in couponing is actually finding or printing the coupon that is suggested in the deals. Can you help? So Ashley, sometimes when we're talking, a deal on Southern Savers, if I'm the printable link, I will try my hardest to get you as close as I possibly can to that particular deal. But sometimes, no, I can't get you straight to it. So that if you end up on a brand's website, for example, one that I know of in particular that is coming up, or I guess it's actually a repeat deal. So Sabra hummus that is on sale. I guess it is next week. Sabra hummus is buy one, get one next week at Publix. And if you click on the link for Sabra, you end up at the Sabra company website. And ending up there, you're going to need to sign up for their coupons. If you ever go to a brand and you see, a login page or sign up for our emails, that's usually the place where the coupons are going to end up being. So if I end up on a brand page, just to help you out with that one, if I send you to a page that has a bunch of coupons, you can try to do just a Command F or Control F, depending on what kind of computer you're on, and see if you can search the page for that brand name too to find it a little faster. But a lot of times it can be a little bit of a hunt to find it on a brand's website. My goal is to get you as close as I possibly can. The other tricky part with printables is that they can go away quickly. Some that are really high values can go away within just a few hours. And we're seeing more and more of that. That's probably a negative in the last year or so, as what it is that brands have actually reduced their budget for new coupons. So they're coming out with these $2 and $3 off coupons, but their budget is maybe $20,000 worth of coupons. Well, at $3 a pop, that goes pretty quick. And so with new offers, you want to be keeping tabs on them, and you want to print any that you think you will use when you see them. One thing that I can recommend on that one is Southern Savers. I send out 2 emails a day, and you may not care about the deals side of things, but one of those emails that may be the most helpful for you in the printable coupon side of things is signing up and getting our new coupon advisory email. And I'll stick a link in for our emails here. But the new coupon advisory is just a list of all the new coupons that we found that day. And so if you wanted to be the first to kind of jump on them and try to print them, this is kind of the in. It's the full list of what we imported into the database that day. And hopefully that will help you catch any of those printables before they're gone. I know that can be frustrating. For me with printable coupons, I use a few rules because you can end up going a little crazy. I kind of did between the first, all the ones that came out in the first and all the ones we saw this weekend. I spent probably 30 minutes this morning cutting and organizing everything, and that's not my normal routine. But what I would recommend, if it's a high value coupon, which we've seen so many lately, and you think it might end up making a deal, go ahead and grab it. It won't last long. So high value, any brand you will use, go ahead and grab it. So for us, cereal that I know my kids are going to eat, we're going to grab it when it comes out. Detergent coupons, I'm going to grab when they come out. And then the third rule for me is any produce or meat coupons when I see them. So the avocado coupons that we saw in the fall, grabbing that when we see that come out. We've seen some Smithfield ham. Those didn't last very long when they came out, but you want to go ahead and grab them when you can. So just some tips on printables. I don't know if that helps any. Jessica Dill asks, how does this work for meal planning? So Jessica, that's a great question. We were talking about, we see that something that you will use, let's take pasta. This was 50 cents at Publix recently. You see that something that you will use is on sale. 50-cent organic pasta is a pretty good deal. You want to grab enough to last you until it's back on sale, which is that 6-week window. So how does this work when I'm going to meal plan? Well, actually, it makes things pretty sweet, Jessica, because now meal planning wise, I don't have to plan my meals off of what's on sale this week. I just meal plan off of what's in the pantry. If I need an occasional item for a unique meal that we don't normally get, then it might get added to my list this week and I might end up paying more than I normally would for it. But typically what we do is that unique meal that requires a random ingredient will get pushed to a week further out. I do not like to buy things if they're not on sale. You can ask my husband. Usually if I do buy something that's not on sale, I come home, it's usually for him, and I come home with this like, I love you, right? I bought this and it wasn't on sale just for you. So he always gets a little speech, but he's pretty used to it. So for us, I'm meal planning entirely off of the pantry and what I know we already have. Now, the longer you do this too, Jessica, the more you're watching the deals for things that you regularly eat. So I know in our house, we have maybe 10 to 12 meals that we rotate through on a pretty regular basis. So as long as I keep the items stocked for that set of meals, we're good. I'm following the sales. We're staying stocked on those items. I'm not needing to add a bunch of random ingredients that we would never use. So I finally got a vacuum sealer, wondering where to get the refill bags. So I get my refills, the generics, from Amazon, and I can try to find the link for you on those. But if you just look for Food Saver rolls on Amazon, there's a lot there, and really just looking for some that have good reviews. I think we've done 2 different companies, but they are a great price. Food Saver also, just the corporate brand, if you go to their website, they run regular deals. So we saw like buy 2, get 2 free before the holidays. I haven't checked to see what they're running after the holidays, but it's always worth pulling up their website and seeing what they're running as well. And Food Saver, if you sign up for I think it's their Food Saver Club or whatever they call it on their website, it's free. You get free shipping with any order. So if you do go direct from the brand, at least get the free shipping offer. Okay, and Paige, we'll stop on your question last, and I'm going to jump back into teaching. But Paige says, quick question about Publix. Mine is becoming stricter on coupons and must verify even store coupons. I'm not able to use printed Publix store coupons unless they can verify the coupon with the ad. Are all store coupons available in store? So Paige, yes. I want to say all. There are not a lot of store coupons in Publix that you're going to run across that aren't in the store. So like these, for example, these are the current flyers in Publix, and you'll also find them, if you live near Publix, you'll find them in the Sunday paper. So this guy was in the newspaper for me yesterday. But these are the flyers. These are what have all those store coupons in them for Publix. They should have them in the store. But I can also print this from Publix.com. So this is what you're saying your store is being difficult with. If I'm able to print it from Publix.com, that's just crazy that they wouldn't want to take it. But you shouldn't ever have an issue that these aren't in a store. Even the Olympic flyers right now, the special Olympic flyers that are in the store, you can't even print those. So that would be you had to have the one from the store to be able to use them. But those are the ones that are kind of the most unique. Most of the booklets that we find are in the store. The hard part is, Paige, like the winter flyer booklet, for example, that came out with some great coupons in them. They don't print as many of those as they print of these. So those winter flyer booklets can go fairly quickly, and then there aren't any more in your store, but they're still available to print online. So what I might do if your store is really getting to be a pain in the neck is complain to Publix corporate and say, you know, this is still available online. I'm printing it from a website that has a Publix logo at the top of the site. Why is my store not accepting these? And just kind of lodge that complaint. It's the best thing you can do, kind of the only thing you can do if that's the situation too. Okay, and then Jonathan's like, what's the deal with the cereal? So Cascadian Farm cereal, it's buy one, get one at $1.99. Jonathan, we've got a $1 printable right now, and we have a $1 Ibotta. So you're going to pay $1.99 in the store, use your $1 coupon and pay 99 cents as you check out, and then come home and submit your receipt to Ibotta and get a $1 Ibotta back. So you will pay nothing for Cascadian Farm cereal, and that is at Publix. Okay, now let's jump back into the getting started side of things. So we hit the basics here. I buy it when I see that it's on sale, and I buy enough to last me until it comes back on sale, which is about 6 weeks. So what I want to do is show you kind of the quick way, if we were, to figure out what is on sale today in the store. So this is where Southern Savers comes in. If you aren't using the site, you know, you should be, but I made it, so obviously that would be my take. But guys, really, my goal here is that this is as simple as it gets. So I'm showing you the Publix list. If you don't have a Publix, just pick a different store. We cover 30 of them, 30 plus. So odds are we cover a store in your area. There are a lot of flyers here. So we're going to talk about the Publix ad that starts on Wednesday. So we're really talking in the future here. And I try hard to have lists up before the ad goes live. So you've got a couple days to prep. But what you're looking at, so the list that's on Southern Savers is not, and hold on, I'll try to move myself out of the way here so you can look at the bottom. But the list is not the entire Publix weekly ad. I do not type the entire weekly ad. It's a big waste of my time and yours. I only type the items that are their best price right now. What we're looking for in terms of a number there is 40% off or more. So if an item is 40% off or more, it's going to make the list. If it's not hit that mark, it's not going to make the list. Just so you kind of see what the threshold is that we're trying to pass. So all the items that are here are good to go. And if you want them, you just check the little box and you add them straight to your shopping list, whatever those might be. So check away, and then any coupons that are available are going to show up underneath them. So the goal here is to make this as simple as possible. You check the items that you want to buy, you make a shopping list for them, and then you gather the coupons for that shopping list. So I'm going to just check a few things and just show you. Here's our Sabre hummus that I mentioned. We've got a lot of cereal coupons, and actually it's going to make for some really, really cheap Kellogg's. I hope you guys are ready for that one. I actually meant to grab it, and I don't even see it now, but Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Do not miss Kellogg's Raisin Bran next week in Publix at 58 cents a box. That is a must buy. So we're going to add a few more things, and then we're going to jump to the bottom here, fly down. And at the very bottom of this very long list, and I didn't add much there, we can give the list a name. So I'm going to name it for Wednesday when the list starts, and click Add to List. And that is going to pull this straight to your own shopping list. From here, I can start to gather the coupons that I have. So one of the features of Southern Savers is that you can set what newspaper you have. So I have this set to the newspaper that I get, and it is currently only showing me, and I'm kind of showing you where it is. You may not be able to see that on your phone if you're watching this on your phone. But this little drop down right here, one of the settings, and it's auto set to that, is to only show you what is in your area. So I have this set to hide any coupon that was not in my local paper, so I'm not sent on goose hunts for coupons that I don't have. And then I can start to gather those coupons and get ready for the store. So one other thing that is part of the shopping list is it does organize them by insert down here, just to make it a little faster for you. I had mine and it fell on the floor, but my CVS list from earlier today, just to show you, actually, I should just pull it up instead of hunting for it. So I can come in here and show you every save list I've ever done. But my CVS list that I had for my trip that I shared with you guys earlier today, if you look at this, you'll see like, whoa, all the coupons, but they're organized by insert so that I don't have to sit up here and keep hunting by item. I can just cut by insert a ton that were in yesterday's paper and get ready for the trip to the store. So hopefully that helps a little bit. If there's something that you need that is at the store today, it's not necessarily on sale, but I need it, then I would recommend that you actually start, I'm going to slide it all the way over, start right here with the item search. So I always say this on calls too. People will ask me, where's cereal on sale today? Use the item search, but that's what this is. So, you know, if I'm making a recipe that calls for something that maybe I don't have, then let's use the item search and find what store in town actually has a deal on it so that I can get the best deal. So for example, right now we have Aleve back and body. There's a $3 off coupon for Aleve. Then I can click on this and I can see who has the best deal on Aleve right now. Now, I also have one other thing set, and maybe I should pull this up to show you that too, but in your profile, so over here, under my name, edit profile, you can set not only the newspaper you get, but the stores that you shop at. So you'll notice for me, I have 5 stores selected, but I could come in here and select all of them if I wanted to. So let's select all 37 and hit search. Then I see every deal that Aleve is on right now, but I don't have a Harris Teeter and I don't have a Rite Aid. So that's why under my profile, I have those things set. I have the newspaper that I get, and I have the stores that I'm willing to shop at selected to kind of save myself from having to constantly look at deals that I don't have. So it just makes the item search work a little bit better. Where were we? So there, now I can see all the deals on Aleve back and body. Or every deal on Aleve that's out there from all of these stores right now, just using the item search. So either of those things are great things to look at. One other thing that I wanted to show you, let's click on Publix really quick and go back there. This is new, guys. I haven't shown you this one on a Q&A, but you've probably seen it, and I don't know if you've clicked on it or not. Publix has so many ads, these down here at the bottom, but most lists now have a tab that says dollar or less items, and this is a list that sometimes I pull and just post for you, but really it's here all the time. So if you click on this tab, you don't want both weekly ads in there, but let's do it for next week. So I'm going to uncheck the current ad, and now here's every deal that I've given an acorn to or that is $1 or less. They're all going to be pulled right there for you, always available on the dollar or less tab, and that exists for pretty much every list. So you can click on any store and then click on that dollar or less tab, and you're going to see all of the best deals for that store just right there on that tab. So if you want to narrow things in a little, if the list is too long for you and you want to focus only on the best deals, then just go straight for that tab. It's going to save you some time. Okay, to jump back into a few other questions. Susan says, I know that I've explained Ibotta before. Can I link you to the best explanation? So Susan, yes, I've actually done a YouTube video. That's probably the easiest place to find it. So if you go to youtube.com/Southern Savers, I've done various videos on how to use Ibotta, how to use Saving Star, each one kind of explaining that individual app, and that's probably the best way. So I'll try to find a link to it, and I might not get it in right away, but I'll stick a link in the comment for you, Susan, on directly to those mobile app videos. Okay, are we waiting for the sale and coupons or just for the item to be on sale? Great question, Stacy. When you're first getting started, you're really just waiting for the sale. Because if this is week 1 for you, I mean, you did get a ton of coupons in yesterday's paper, but you probably don't have quite as many coupons as those of us who've been couponing for a while. So for me, this is what my coupons are currently living in, but I can open this up and I've got in here hanging files with, 3 months worth of inserts that you may not have. So you can't just hang off and not buy something for the next 3 months or pay full price for it because you're waiting for the sale and the coupon. So if you see that it's on sale, just grab it now, on sale, go ahead and get 6 weeks worth of it now on sale. And then maybe next time it comes on sale, you'll have more coupons to go with the sale. But don't hold off. So I get some folks that are like, well, should I start now or should I get a few more weeks of papers before I start? Do you want to pay more money for the next few weeks? Let's not do that. So just go ahead, start following the sales now, and then each week you're going to get more and more coupon inserts and have more and more coupons to go with the sales and be good to go. Now, thankfully, if you want to feel like you have an even playing field, those of us who've been at it, if I were to pull out a lot of these inserts, a chunk of them expired on December 31st. So I'm still holding on to them. It doesn't mean the entire inserts have expired, but a lot of what we had isn't good anymore. So this is the best time of the year to get started and not feel like you're constantly missing some of the really good coupons versus people who just start in, August and they'll keep seeing on their list coupons for months ago that they don't have. You're not going to have that frustration quite as much getting started in January as you would later in the year. So it's a good time. Just grab it now and you'll have more coupons the next time the sale runs around, but don't not get the sale because you don't have the coupons. And Kimberly, how much for our budget for a family of 7? So we try to focus on about $70 a week for our family of 7. Now, I have all girls, so I'm not feeding teenage boys. And of my 7, 3 of them still eat kind of like birds. So we're talking small little portion sizes. I'm not feeding 5 teenage girls even. I am feeding 2 teenage girls who are already into going back for seconds, especially during cross-country season. But that works well for us. That is our full budget. As I explained in my CVS video this morning, it includes personal care because I highly recommend as you get into this, let's start small, but as you get into this, that you're focusing on one grocery store and one drugstore every week. Because the drugstore deals, that's where you're going to get all of your personal care and all of your household items. The grocery store is where you're going to get everything that you're eating. So for us, CVS last year, I shared this on Facebook and just the comments answering people's questions. My CVS savings for 2018, $1,901 was the amount that we saved at CVS last year. And we probably total in CVS for the whole year spent about $150. That's pretty awesome. Just gonna say across the board, but that's the fun part. So toilet paper, paper towels, laundry detergent, that was all part of our trip today. We're talking shampoos and whatnot. These were 50 cents a piece after rewards, not to mention that we still got a $10 rebate back on top of them. So you gotta do a grocery store and a drugstore to be able to hit that budget. Because really for us, the drugstore, it's like those items aren't even in the budget. They are, but they don't have any cost. When we're going in and we're paying with rewards and then we're getting more rewards back. That's a whole nother video. We're going to do that in depth, probably next week. But just to put that in the back of your mind. One grocery store, one drugstore. I do not recommend that you try to hit Publix and Bilo and all of the grocery stores in your area. So just look at what grocery store works for you, what one's closest to your house. They're all pretty good. The main 4 that are the big 4 on Southern Savers anyway, Publix, Kroger, Bilo, and Harris Teeter are all great stores. But if you've got a Lowe's Foods near you, they double coupons just like Harris Teeter. I wouldn't discourage you from any of them, but I would get you to focus on a regular grocery store for your groceries. I would not encourage you to focus on a Walmart, a Target, not a big box store. They don't have the sales that compete at all with the major grocery stores. Sorry if you're a Walmart person, but it's true. And I'm not an Aldi or a Lidl girl. They have good deals. Well, they have good regular prices, but those prices will be beaten by sales with coupons in the grocery store. You're not going to walk in to Lidl and Aldi and get free cereal. So, to pull my Cascadian Farm up, that's not happening in either of those stores. So this is regularly happening in Publix. We've got 58-cent Raisin Bran next week in Publix, or when I say next week, starting Wednesday or Thursday. So shopping the sales with coupons. I know my Aldi people, it really gets you guys hot and bothered, but it's the truth. on sale with a coupon does beat those stores as well. So pick a regular grocery store. If you're going to eat it, that's where it's coming from. If you're not going to eat it, it's coming from a drugstore. That's the easiest way to kind of put that in your brain. Okay, and then Hope, to get to your question, and then we're going to dive back into finding some coupons and getting started on that side. So Hope says, my big issue is that items are already out of stock when I go in, so get a rain check. So if I'm in the grocery store, I go to customer service and I just say, hey, you were out of this, this, and this, and I'd like to get a rain check. They're going to give you one, and in most stores, you're going to have between 2 weeks and 30 days, just depends on the store, to come back and get that deal later. And that's usually enough time. Publix, one little perk, if you're a Publix shopper, I don't know where you are, Hope, but if you are a Publix shopper, if I went into Publix today and my coupon expired today, if I get a rain check for it, my coupon actually gets extended. As long as my coupon was good the day the rain check was written, Publix will still take that coupon until the rain check expires. So you really have 30 days to be able to get the exact same deal that you would have gotten today. Drugstores, this only works in CVS, but hey, I love CVS, so it works. So if you went into CVS and you wanted to do this deal, but they didn't have any more, get a rain check. And CVS rain checks never expire and will print the extra care buck that should have printed today 5 years from now, whenever you get back in. So it's a pretty sweet one, CVS wise. Walgreens doesn't work that way. Don't worry about rain checks in Walgreens. They don't print rewards outside of this week, but they definitely expire. So just stick with CVS. Okay. And Paige, I guess I want to answer yours too. So Paige says, I want to restart my CVS shopping. Any great deals to not miss. So you got to at least get this one this week, guys. And I mentioned this in the video earlier, but this week, no rewards needed at CVS. This is completely free. In yesterday's paper, you got a coupon for $1 off any Colgate toothpaste. So grab yesterday's paper and that $1 coupon. Then head into CVS and go to the coupon center, which is just the big red price scanner. Enter your phone number or scan your card, and it will print out a store coupon for $2.50 off, and pair the store coupon with the manufacturer's coupon. They actually tell you to do this in the ad. We're not breaking any rules. It's on sale for $3.50, and you have $3.50 in coupons. So no rewards needed. This is just free. That's a pretty fun deal and a great way to get started in the drugstores. Don't even need to understand their reward system, and you have free toothpaste. So at least grab that one. And I know, Paige, for you, you've already done deals like this in the past, but it's a fun one to remind you of, oh yeah, that is why I go to CVS, so that I don't ever pay for toothpaste again. Okay, so let's talk coupons. And to start with the Sunday paper, kind of goes straight into Linda's question. So Linda's saying, we don't get the red plums in our area. No one does anymore. They got renamed, Linda. So really you don't get the Retail Me Nots now, in case you're jumping back in after years away. So red plum is now labeled this guy, Retail Me Not every day. But if you are not getting Retail Me Nots in your paper, you're not alone. Atlanta, let's see, there are a few cities that don't get them that are bigger. Atlanta, Tampa, I'm trying to think of what the other ones are, but those are the first two off the top of my head. So you can get your inserts online if you want from different cities. This is what I do. I have a standing subscription and get my inserts each week in the mail, which I thought I had pulled them in here. The mail came already, but this week I actually knew it was really good, and I knew I wanted to go to CVS before the mail was going to come today. So I went and got our local paper, which I don't normally do. And it actually meant making 2 stops just to find one. But I have a sweet husband who was up for it on Sunday after church. So with that, if you can't get your local paper, going online. So I get mine from SundayCouponInserts.com. There are other sites that do the same thing. So just search for whole coupon inserts, and you're going to find a number of resources for that. It's not any cheaper than getting the local paper, but it is a way to get the ones that are no longer in your area. Maybe asking a family member to do the same thing. If you don't want to go through a different company, just if you have a family member that lives and it would be willing to mail them to you every couple weeks even, that's better than nothing. Okay. And in terms of papers, I would recommend that you at least get 2. The reason for that, There are going to be a lot of times when you're going to go in to do a deal and the deal requires that you buy 2 of something. So in general, having 2 inserts is going to be very helpful. But also we're following a 6-week sales cycle in the grocery store. You probably need more than 1 of something to last you 6 weeks. So more often than not, you're going to want at least 2. Beyond 2 inserts, I don't know that everybody needs to go there. The bigger your family is, the more inserts you may want. We are a family of 7, so I usually get 4 inserts each week. For most people, that is way too many. So I hope some of you are balking at the idea of 4. You should be. If you don't have that many mouths to feed, 2 is going to be plenty for you because, guys, there are tons of coupons that we can also print. So if I'm going with 4 sets of inserts and printables, this could be upwards of 6 to 8 items that I could end up getting. And if it's just 2 people in your house, you don't need that many coupons. So don't go there. The more inserts you get, the more time this takes. You have to keep up with them. You have to cut them. We don't need to do that. So 2 inserts is perfect for smaller families, even for folks that it's 2 of you and 2 small children. I'd still point you to 2 inserts. I don't think even for, your little kids aren't going to take that much in terms of what you're grabbing. So when it comes to inserts, just super fast, there are lots of ways that you can organize these. We're not going into organization head on tonight, but this is what I do. When my inserts come, I do not cut them up. I keep them whole and I write the date, and the blue doesn't really help you. But I write the date really big somewhere on there. So the middle of her forehead worked really well for yesterday. Write the date really big on the front and then take everything that came in this week's paper and put them in a hanging file folder or an accordion file folder so that you can quickly find them. So this was last week's 12:30, and they're ready to go into hanging file folders. And then when they show up on your shopping list, like I showed you just a second ago, so when I pulled them and they're on my shopping list for CVS, then I'm going to go to that quick cutting guide on the back, and it's going to tell me to find the RMN or the SS and the date. Then I'm going to pull out the date of what I need, and I'm going to cut the coupon that I need from that date. So I am not sitting down and cutting coupons until they show up on the shopping list. Once they're on the list, then they're going to get cut. But until then, they're just going to stay in the inserts until I need them. And that is just the low-key, not having to spend a ton of time on this method, which makes me happy. Now, I know that there are some of you who totally do a coupon binder and you're cutting them all, and that is fine. But I would say 90% of us do not have time for that. And you will burn out. So if that's where you're going to try to go in getting started and you've not ever done that before, you just need to realize the amount of time that choosing that as your organizational method, it's a pretty big commitment. So most of us aren't going to be happy there. Just keep them whole and deal with them when they show up on your shopping list. You're going to be much, much happier. But just across the board, it's going to save you some time. Okay. In terms of coupons too, so we're getting 2 inserts and then we can print some. If you print some early, you're going to need something to hold on to your printables. So like a little coupon folder or a coupon bag, and put a couple of these together, but just something to organize your printables. Guys, there is not going to be a lot in here. So this is my current one. Most of these have maybe one. He's in there by himself. So just to kind of show you, we don't need a ton of space for the ones that we print early, just a little bit, some way to organize them, but not anything that's massive because you are just really dealing with your printables, and that's it. Maybe the ones that you found in the store, but not much going on. Okay, so some other questions. Do I do any dollar stores? So Paige, I love the idea of shopping a dollar store, but when I get into the dollar store, I'm usually really more frustrated than excited to find a deal. The problem with shopping a dollar store is that you're going to go in and you're going to see, oh, they have Ronzoni organic pasta and it's $1 a box. But what you're going to notice is this guy is a 16-ounce box, and the one that the dollar store sells is an 8-ounce size. So most of their packaging is much smaller than what you find in a regular grocery store when it comes to groceries. And you have to be knowledgeable of that because you're no longer getting a deal. So a really common example, hefty slider bags. I can go in the grocery store, they go on sale for $1.50 for a 20 to 30 count box of hefty slider bags. I can go into the dollar store and an 8 to 12 count box is always $1. And we've got $1 off 2 coupon. So in the dollar store, that's going to cost me 50 cents. In the grocery store, it's going to cost me $1. And that's on sale with a coupon. But we're comparing an 8 to 12 count box to a 12 to 30 count box. You see the difference. So yes, I'm paying 50 cents more on sale with a coupon in the grocery store, but I'm getting over twice the amount that I am in the dollar store. Not just double, but more than double the amount that I would in the dollar store. So to shop in a dollar store and really get a deal, you have to be very mindful of the sizes that you're purchasing. And most of the time, it is not the deal that we think. Now, the exception to that, obviously, if I'm going in and they have toothbrushes for $1 and you've got $1 coupon, hey, free is free. We're not going to get into size issues if free is free. But most of the time, your coupon that you're heading in with is really $1 off 2. We're going to end up paying 50 cents. Am I really getting a deal over what I would have grabbed in the store, in the grocery store? That's when you need to kind of do some math and know what your sizes should be. Okay. Let's see. Paige says, we need to get a new dryer at some point in the near future. When is the best time to get a new dryer? So Paige, if you have to have one like ASAP, I would probably point you to Martin Luther King weekend. Anytime we've got a 3-day weekend, it's going to be a better chance than a normal weekend. 3-day sales, they tend to always include appliances in those and large ticket items. So that's the next one. Beyond that, you got a while. I don't know if you can hold out to Memorial Day. That would really be like your best sale possible. But that's probably it. And the other thing I would point in dryer mode, if you could, if you're cool with it, is scratch and dent. That's the only way we've ever gotten a dryer. We've been very happy with the dryers that we've gotten as well. But just watching what's been returned to Lowe's, they're always brand new, but they got scratched or dented on the way to being installed, or once they got installed, the person didn't like them. But you can get some really, really good prices with those. So I would watch for that too, which is all the time, not necessarily a 3-day weekend. Okay, Brady says, I had surgery and was out longer than expected. So unfortunately, $31 in extra care bucks expired. I have $10 from the diaper deal this week, but what else should I focus on to rebuild my extra care bucks? So Brady, I don't know what kind of store coupons you have with CVS. But if you've got any shampoo, hair care coupons or L'Oreal coupons, I would definitely focus here. There is a L'Oreal rebate. It is in, or it's mentioned in, it's really online. I need to get it typed up and added. Let's see, where was it? It's in one of the, I feel like it's in one of the smart sources now. It might take me longer to find than I want it to, though, if I go hunting right away. How fast can I find him? I don't know. He's in one of the inserts. Buy $30 worth of L'Oreal, Garnier, and Maybelline and get a $10 rebate back. So that deal, along with a ton of current coupons, could be a pretty sweet way to work it. You don't want to pay with your extra care bucks, though. You just want to earn more extra care bucks with it, or else they won't pay. So I would probably point you there. There aren't any other major money makers. It's just the hair care, depending on the store coupons you have. CoverGirl is pretty cheap if you've got some cosmetic coupons too. So those might be things to look at, particularly this week. Okay, Suzanne says, are Publix BOGOs on household items better than CVS? That's a really good question, Suzanne. So generally my rule of thumb is if you can eat it, it comes from a grocery store. If you can't eat it, it comes from a drugstore. But there are always exceptions, and it depends on the coupons, honestly. So a Publix BOGO is great across the board, but if it's a Publix BOGO on an item that I would typically grab in CVS, I would typically pay with CVS Extra Care Bucks, and I don't have any coupons for it whatsoever, then I am more likely to always grab that item in the drugstore, even though it's buy one, get one in Publix. However, if it's on sale and it has coupons, so this is Airwick scented oil refills and Freshmatic. This is right now. It ends tomorrow night in some areas or Wednesday in Florida. We've got $2 coupons for Freshmatic Ultra Refill sprays. If this is something that you would use, it makes them 74 cents a piece. That's a good price. Even if I'm paying with extra care bucks, that's a good price. So there are always exceptions. But for me, when it comes to household items, if there are no coupons involved, I'm usually going to stay away because the CVS paying with extra care bucks and paying nothing is always a great price versus paying and getting 50% off. I tend to just still focus on the extra care bucks side. Hopefully that helps. It's not always the sale in that boat, but it is the sale and the coupon that ends up deciding where I might grab something, because I really like having my household items not have to cost me anything, and being able to pay with those extra care bucks is pretty huge. Let's see. So Sheila, I hate to do this to you. I'm going to hold your question on CVS because I want to talk drugstores all next week, and going paperless at CVS might be a little bit more than we could really fully get in terms of tonight. But the gist of going paperless is that we are going to do it entirely through the CVS app and clicking buttons so that your extra care bucks go to your app. All of your coupons are through the app. So if you aren't already using the CVS app, start there, download the app, and start loading coupons to your card. There's a button in the app to go paperless. But I think it was even Paige, we were working, she was still having some coupons that were printing at the coupon center. So it may actually also involve going to customer service and getting them to at the cashier, getting them to push some buttons in the system too. But that's how you primarily go paperless. And we'll talk more about that next week. So Karen says, my CVS coupon for the toothpaste didn't print and I was paperless. Do you think that's why? So Karen, for me, being paperless, I have definitely had that issue in the past where the coupon center does not print any CVS coupons for me at all. But that said, this week it did, and it has not in ages. If the coupons are mentioned in the weekly ad, I am very used to going in and not getting anything. But this week I did. So this was my little Garnier one that I didn't use, but I got the L'Oreal one and I got the toothpaste one that everybody else was getting. So I'm not sure why it wouldn't work for you when here finally for me it did after many, many weeks of not. What I might try, and I don't know whether you got this or not, so all of us who are paperless, we also get kind of a rundown of everything that's saved to our card. So if it didn't print this for you either, then there is the potential that the machine just was down all the way around, and you might just want to try again, another CVS trip. But you could also call CVS corporate and complain. And one other thing that I've done, it just depends on your store, but if I know that that coupon's printing, it's in the weekly ad that it's printing and it doesn't, your store can always, whether they tell you they can or not, they can adjust the price. So on this one, it doesn't even require an extra care buck. They could very easily make this $1, and then you pay with your $1 coupon, because that's what it would be with the store coupon that you didn't get. So I would just tell your store, hey, I'm paperless and this did not print, and see what they'd be willing to do for you too. Okay, so in terms of items where you don't get a lot of coupons, such as fresh meat and produce, would it still be cheaper at Aldi or Lidl? That's a great question, Diane. So for me, meat and produce, I do not buy in the grocery store. For meat, I would highly recommend buying in bulk. If you can, from a local restaurant supply store, if you have that in your area. We have a U.S. Foods chef store, or possibly even going Costco, Sam's. I'm not a huge fan of membership clubs and having to pay to be a part of them, but the price of buying bulk meat is a massive savings. So for those of us who have a U.S. Foods near us, I hope a lot of you guys got in on this deal last month. It may have even been in November now, I don't remember, but we got boneless, skinless chicken breasts for 59 cents a pound. Yes, we'll take 3 if we could. They come in 40-pound boxes that are fresh, and you've got to vacuum seal them and put them up. But 59 cents a pound, your grocery store is not going to touch that. Aldi isn't going to touch that. So that's where we get most of our meat, is from the U.S. Foods Chef Store. There are other restaurant supply stores across the U.S. So if you don't have one of those in your backyard, look for Gordon Food Service. Just Google restaurant supply stores in your area, and you will probably find something that is nearby, but really good prices on meat. And then produce, we're part of a produce co-op, which is really where a group of people get together. We buy our produce in bulk case sizes, and then we split it up amongst ourselves. So this week in our laundry basket, that's what we take and split up. I mean, we came home with bell peppers, tomatoes, sweet potatoes, corn, carrots, broccoli, grapefruit, avocado. I think we had probably about 20, 25 different items. We pay $25 and we're talking about 40 to 50 pounds of produce. That's it for us. That's where our produce comes from. So meat is from in bulk and produce from a local produce co-op. If you don't have those, they are both on sale in the main grocery stores. You could make a trip to Aldi or Lidl for those specifically if you wanted to. I am a where I am kind of shopper. So I'm going to grab the sales that are running in this store for those items versus running to other places to grab one or two things. But Aldi and Lidl will have some significant markdowns to try to get you in the door. So if you wanted to follow those sales, you could do that for sure. And Barbara, you were asking where was the coupon for this guy. So there's a printable for this. And so if you go to southernsavers.com/CBS, you'll see this in the list. There's a printable for it, and there's a CBS digital coupon for it. So to get the deal, you need to buy two. Just use one printable and one CBS digital, and you're good to go. Let's see. And do I have a stockpile? How much? Really love the stockpiles. I do have a stockpile. That's the only way to do this. We're buying when it's on sale, and we're buying enough to last us until it is back on sale again. So you need somewhere to put 6 weeks worth of groceries. When we first got started, I did not have anywhere to put anything. We lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with twins. So some of our stockpile was in the closet underneath your shoes, and some of it was under the bed. Our little tiny kitchen had a cabinet that held all of our food. So depending on your storage options, you may be very creative with where you keep items, but to get the best sale and the best savings, I want to be able to do that. I don't want to buy for 1 week. Now I need pasta next week. Last week I got pasta for 25 cents a box. But this week, I'm going to have to pay $1.25 for that. So that's the goal, is to buy it when it's its lowest price so that I never have to pay full price for an item. And it's a pretty huge savings to be able to do that. So I got to have a stockpile somewhere to be able to make that work. Let's see. Any deals on Sam's memberships? So Paige, right now there's not any huge ones, but if you give them another week or two, usually mid-January to end of January, we start to see some pretty good deals popping in on membership deals. They're still kind of coming off of the Christmas rush, and they're like taking a deep breath right now. So give them another week or so, but we will. So hold off. They'll be back on Groupon here probably within the next 2 weeks, I have no doubt, with a pretty good deal. Let's see. I think, Paige, I think that would be another great topic for a Q&A, is just organizing your stockpile. So, can I ask you to hold it? And we answer it in depth. And Dennis also asking best place to order inserts. There's a lot of places. I use SundayCouponInserts.com, but other people may chime in on where they order from as well. And Tiffany, CVS has not stopped accepting printable coupons. CVS has printable coupons on their corporate website. They offer coupons.com coupons. So they accept them. And I would actually complain to CVS corporate if you're having issues with a store accepting printable coupons. Every major retailer accepts printable coupons, period. They may put some rules on them, like Kroger is going to make you jump through 47 hoops sometimes, you're going to feel like. But every major retailer accepts printable coupons with really no issues. So I would complain if that's where your store has tried to go in causing you some grief with your printable coupons. Okay, so back to getting started in just the basics. If you jumped in late, the goal here is that we buy it when it's on sale and we buy enough of it. And the easy way to do that is using the shopping lists that are on Southern Savers. So if you have never used them, if it is on the list, this is the week to grab it. So if it's on these lists, it is 40% off or more. I don't type the whole ad. So if you're new, that's my goal, is that you could just very easily sit here and just check boxes and add whatever you wanted. At the very bottom is a way to pull all of this to a shopping list, which we've already kind of done, and just to kind of show you just for the CVS side of things. And then I can sit here and gather the coupons that I need for that list. But that's the goal, is to not feel like you have to think it up or you have to figure out what's on sale. Now, if you want some tips, though, on finding what is a good deal, let's just look at a weekly ad for 2 seconds. So we're going to look at Publix weekly ads, just the current weekly ad, and some tips with the Publix weekly ad. You can apply this to any grocery store, really, but just to help you out with how to spot what a deal is. Obviously, buy one, get ones are great. They're 50% off. We haven't even added coupons here yet. It is a decent price. Now, I still wouldn't pay that much for chicken, but I already explained to you where I get my chicken. But in general, it gives you an idea. Now, the next thing that I would recommend, oh, come here. Let's see if he'll pop up and show us this guy. So this beef, for example, $4.69 a pound. But the next thing that I want you to get used to is in the ad, you can see kind of where the cursor is, even if this is super tiny on your screen. Publix gives you math in green, and it's how much you're saving when you buy that item. So our goal is to buy items that are 40% off or more. So use that math to help you spot what is a deal or what is not a deal for that item. Like here, I'm going to save $1. That's still really expensive for ground beef in my boat. Yes, I'm saving $1. I'm not really in love with any of Publix's meat prices. But then at the same time, I'm going to see this one. And this is magic, for meaning you don't need to buy it today unless you've got a really good coupon. So surprisingly low price. And when you get into the store, you're going to find that it may be like 20 cents off from its regular price. This is really like 25 cents off from its regular price, but it is not 40%. And many times it's the same price that it regularly is when you get to the store. So if you have a great coupon, we do have a $1 off 2 coupon for these. So it could change your game plan if this is something that you like. But when you see surprisingly low price, it should really tell you this is not the week to buy this. It is not on sale today. The other thing that you'll spot in a Publix ad is you'll see, and let me get to a page that shows one, you'll see a number of items that all have math, so they all have their little green line, and then I'll see some things that don't have any math with them. So when you find those items, and you'll see them throughout, all of a sudden, things that don't have any math, but everything else has math, it's not a deal. They had nothing nice to say, so they didn't say anything. And if you see that, you'll see it in the Publix ad a lot, but if you see it in other ads, just stay away. That's the regular price for these items. It's not on sale. So don't get super excited. We really want to focus on the things that are on sale. Now, because I have the Publix ad pulled up, I have been pondering this. It drives me a little crazy, and I'm going to just do a small little rant here. For those of you who are paying, let me just make myself bigger so you get the point too. For those of you who are big into focusing on organic items, and that's a lot of folks right now. It is not me. It isn't our focus at all. But for people who are going to pay because they want that label, I encourage you to understand what Publix Greenwise is. Any of these that say Greenwise, people are buying them because they're like, oh, it's Greenwise. This is organic. No, it is not organic. It is only organic if they come in and say it is Greenwise organic next to it. And if you do not see Greenwise organic, then it just means that it was raised without antibiotics. It does not mean that it is organic. It does not mean that your chicken was cage-free or anything like that. You need to fully understand. Let me find some other examples. They've been pushing Greenwise hard lately. Here we go. Greenwise organic peanut butter. So they'll put the word in there, and if you don't see the word, it is not organic. Because I know there are so many people who are you're just buying it without even really thinking. You're looking for that label, you're looking only for organic, and you're sticking it in your cart. So please know what you're grabbing with Greenwise. We don't grab any of it. It is not in my budget, nor is it really in my focus. You can yell at me all you want. My kids can grow up and eat whatever they want, but for here, my goal is to put food on the table without any guilt. So you get some dinner, guilt-free in my book, and we'll deal with it later. But just so you know what you're grabbing, and you are smart about it across the board, make sure if you want organic that you do only Greenwise organic and not just Greenwise. Okay, back off of my soapbox now, just because we've seen it everywhere through. Okay, so how do we get the list? So Karen, to jump back to that really quick. So I am up here. Oh, I'm all thinking you're looking at the webpage. Click on the grocery store that you want from the very top of the site. Oh, and then I gotta make myself smaller again. So put myself back in the corner. Click on grocery stores, click on the store that you want to go to. So grocery is in one column nationwide. So if you're Dollar General, Target, Family Dollar, those guys are all over here, and then truck stores. So pick the store that you want. I clicked on Publix, and just for the sake of not needing to load another web page and kill our internet even more, I'll leave this one up. So what loads is the current weekly ad, but there may be a preview up, so you can find those by clicking on the various tabs. So if I wanted to look at the coming Wednesday Publix ad, I could. And then to make a list, I just start checking these boxes down the side of whatever I want to grab. And when I'm done checking boxes, everything that I've checked, I can keep on scrolling down. It's a pretty long list. One other thing you can do, just to show you, is you could come up here, and I'm going to click on Pet Care, and that's going to drop me all the way to the bottom of the list. And then I can name my list and hit Add to List. And that creates the shopping list that I just showed you, like I used for CVS today. So it creates your shopping list that you can print, gather your coupons, and head to the store. So find the store across the top of the site, and then click the boxes of what you want to grab, and you're good to go. So hopefully, if you're brand new, that helps you figure out where in the world that list was. Does the file folder and not clipping method work great with Harris Teeter Super Doubles? I feel that I need the binder method for Super Doubles. So Wendy, first off, just to be honest, I don't live near a Harris Teeter, so I am not regularly shopping Harris Teeter Super Doubles. I have gotten to shop it in the past when we've been in the area. What I tend to do for Super Doubles, though I am not a regular, is I go in with about 40 coupons. So they'll only accept 20, but I'm basically going in with backups. I've got a plan, and my plan is way more than, in theory, I would even be allowed to grab. This way, if I go in and they're out of certain things, I still have other coupons with me that I can use for those items. The other thing that I go in armed with, if I've been in the area on a regular basis, is rain checks. So if I go into Harris Teeter 1 week and they had a deal and they're out of it, getting a rain check. Now during Super Double weeks, which is current, they're running Super Doubles through tomorrow for anyone that has Harris Teeter nearby. If I go in and they are running Super Doubles and I get a rain check, they won't Super Double my coupon outside of this week. But I can always use a rain check during Super Double week and get a really good deal. And using rain checks during Super Double week means that hopefully I'm one of the few people getting that deal. So I'm not having to race everybody to get this deal. It's just the people who also have rain checks for that item. And between those two things, going in armed with a lot of coupons and going in armed with some rain checks, hopefully that would make it where I didn't need a binder to have every coupon imaginable with me in the store. Now, if you're planning on going every day, you have a Harris Teeter right down the street, you're going to go in a lot more than my one trip. You may still end up getting a lot of coupons cut, but I still don't know that for me would put me in a binder. Just the idea of going back into a binder causes me to, I don't know, like I just want to start having a tick on the, I don't know. I need some Prozac to even think about it. But I don't know that it would have to force me to that position. Oh yeah, so Donna says, I wanted to ask if you would mind putting out a list of categories that I have in coupon accordions. I'm going to make one and would love to know how I have mine divided up. So yeah, Donna, I can do that. I think I actually have one typed up, so I'll try to find it and comment back. But I will definitely share what mine is. If I don't have it typed up, I'll type it up, Donna, and shoot it to you in a comment or reply to your comment when we hop off. Okay. When's the best time to buy furniture? It's the same answer as appliances, Regina. So 3-day weekends in the spring. So you're right here. If you can, Martin Luther King weekend, Memorial Day weekend. I wouldn't go past Memorial Day. Furniture is usually cheaper in the spring, and than it is later in the year. So this is your time of the year. And then where is a good place to get a laptop for a good price? So this is not the time of year to grab a laptop. My preference, if you could, would possibly be to look at Dell Refurbished. I've mentioned this site a lot, so I wonder sometimes for those of you who join me every Monday night, if some of you guys aren't like, oh, we know who answered that one. But DellRefurbished.com, they sell refurbished Dells. Imagine that. But they have really good deals, and they run pretty regular 40% and 50% off coupon codes that make for refurbished laptops, they're like $150, $160, and they work really well. We own 2 from them, and we've been very pleased with them. Our teenagers use them for school every day, for online school, and they don't have any issues. So that would be where I would point you to for a good price on a pretty decent laptop. Now, MacBook laptops, which is Lisa's next question, not a lot of good deals there, Lisa. Full price is what it feels like all the time. So you're going to get maybe $100 to $300 off. What I would look for, eBay, you'll actually find some deals there, and Best Buy tends to run better prices than the Apple Store directly. And then, from there, you're kind of stuck. This isn't the best time of year to find a deal on a MacBook either. Now, iPhones and Samsungs, we are seeing some pretty good deals there. Samsung comes out with their new phones every April. That is their push for new phones. iPhone comes out with new phones every September. So we're kind of in the middle of that window on the iPhone side, but we're still seeing some really good prices. I know AT&T was recently running BOGO iPhones. So just kind of watching the carriers and seeing what they're offering, and then also watching for used offers for people that have, maybe did the BOGO deal and then are going to sell the extra one. So watching on eBay for some used offers, and then watching Target gift cards. Those would be the 3 options for getting the best price that you can on a new or used iPhone or Samsung. Samsung is going to be significantly cheaper than the iPhone, just to flat out tell you. And I'm an iPhone girl, so just telling you the truth. It's how it works. Let's see. Stephanie says, I think I remember you saying once that you can get the scanner coupons on the app. So yes, in CVS. It took me a second to figure out what you meant by that. But in CVS, that's what I'm going to guess that you meant. If you pull up your CVS app, you can get all the coupons that would have printed at the CVS coupon center directly on your phone. So I've got all my extra care bucks that I earned today. But then all the coupons that would print at the coupon center are right there for me in the CVS app. So I don't have to go to the coupon center. I also don't have to guess to know what's going to print. I could see it and then load it. And for me, if I went to the coupon center, only the ones that are in the ad are going to print, but none of these would print at the coupon center. Instead, it said, I get one of these, which is like a summary of what's loaded to my card. And then at the bottom, it says, you've gone paperless, to remind me that this is what I have to do. So hopefully that helps answer that just a little bit. Yeah, I love your question, Emily. Can I give a realistic time frame on how long it takes to become a sale-based shopper? Okay, so we're getting started. How long until this all makes sense, basically? You're going to need to go in today, look at the list that is on Southern Savers for your store, Buy 6 weeks worth of whatever is on that list that you will use. Don't buy the whole list. 6 weeks worth of what you will use. You've never shopped this way before, so 1 week worth of what you have to have. Try to make it little. Meal plan off of what's on sale if you can. 1 week worth of what you have to have. Next week, 6 weeks worth of what is on sale. 1 week worth of what you have to have. Each week, that have to have section is going to get smaller and smaller because you've been buying 6 weeks worth of what you will use when it was on sale. Come 6 weeks from now, you've been doing this week in and week out. You own the grocery store. That's kind of what it's going to feel like. But my have to have section is going to be really small. My have to have each week is milk and bread. That's it. And beyond that, I am just grabbing what's on sale. And some weeks, like the week before your mother-in-law shows up, or the day before your mother-in-law shows up and your house is a wreck and you've got other things to deal with, leave the coupons at home and just get what's on sale to stay stocked and head home. Don't fret over this all. We all have those weeks. That was me the week before Christmas. Not only were we all sick, but then we were having family coming and the coupons were just not in the picture. So you still want to go. You still want to buy what's on sale to stay stocked, but I don't have to have anything. Come home. So 6 weeks until it really comes together. But honestly, Emily, I would say 3 weeks in and you're going to be what I would call upside down. So you're going to check out and you're going to save $60 and you're going to spend $40. And that's a fun moment that you save more than you spent. And then once you're truly stocked and you're just staying stocked by shopping the deals, that's going to be every trip for you. So a normal trip for us to the grocery store, total spent will be in the $34 to $40 range, and total saved is in the $120 to $130 range. That's a fun trip to the grocery store. And my girls always wait for me to announce what the number was as we walk out to the car. So trying to teach them early that this is just how you do it. And if they're all going to grow up and they're all going to eat organic and they're all going to go to Whole Foods and they're going to have it delivered, I'm just waiting for that moment. But I tried my hardest to teach them the right way to do this when they were young. So how do I stockpile dairy products? So Christy, cheese you can totally stockpile. If you're going to use it for baking, it can be put in the freezer. Butter can definitely be put in the freezer. Cream cheese, we just kind of have a drawer, and we keep some in there. Milk, I grab 2 gallons every time we go to the store. That's enough to get us through a week, but you can freeze milk as well. So if you needed a lot, you could go that route. Milk is not something that's really on sale. You're going to learn what store has the better price and maybe grab it from there. But beyond that, there aren't regular milk sales. But that would be us. So we freeze our cheese, we freeze our butter. Butter follows baking deals. So you missed it. It was on sale at Christmas time and it's not going to be back on sale for a little bit. But get in the habit of going crazy and then freezing your butter to last until it's back on sale again. Okay. And Angela, I like this one. How can you tell you're getting a good deal on toilet paper since there's so many sizes? So Angela, in my book, I try to always have a goal of comparing double rolls. So I want to pay for a 12 double roll package of toilet paper. I want to pay less than like $3.50 for 12 double rolls. And then you're going to end up with mega rolls and this and that, but they still all somehow give you that equation. I'm debating whether to grab the toilet paper that's behind here or not. And I don't know if I can do it without knocking the tower down that was built around it. I never put away the things from my CVS video. But like this guy is 18 double rolls. There we go, which equals 36 regular rolls or whatever. So this was the CVS deal this week. This is on sale for $6.99 before the coupon and before the extra care buck that you're getting back. There's a store coupon for $2 off too, and there's an Ibotta here as well. So with the store coupon, or sorry, with the digital, it's not even a store, it's a manufacturer. But with the manufacturer's coupon and the Ibotta coupon, if you grab two of them, you're getting $1.50 off each pack. So that's down to $5.49 for the 18 roll. And we're still getting back $10 when you buy 30. So in the end, I'm hitting easily. It really came out to $2.50 a pack after the extra care buck. That's a happy number. So this is an 18 as well, but my mark in my brain is always to compare it to a 12 double roll. So if I can hit 12 double rolls for $3.50 or less, I'm happy. I also would recommend that you not be brand loyal. My husband is, so I don't know. I didn't buy it, but he's also very okay with saving money. So sometimes it doesn't mean that it's Charmin and Cottonelle. It means that it's Scott or it's Quilted Northern. And you take what you can get depending on what the deals are. But hopefully that helps. You kind of find your apple-to-apple mark, whatever it is that you regularly purchase, so that you can kind of compare it to the last thing that you grabbed. And that's just the easiest way to do it. Okay. So Sandy, that's a great question. Sandy asks, how do I know when Publix has sale tags up from the week before making something free? So Sandy, let me show you, because this is what people take pictures of when all they do is coupon. Not really. This is just what I feel like in my world. This is what my phone looks like. So I take pictures in Publix to do the unadvertised list for you guys each week. And the easiest way is just to take pictures. So if you ever meet me in a store, I'm the one randomly taking pictures throughout the whole store. But the easiest way to do this in Publix to always know what is the new tag versus the old tag is to know what color we're on. So if you look at these, this green square, this is Green Week. And you'll notice all of these coupons are green. And that square is green. But if we go back a week, so that was 1-2. We go back to Christmas week. All of the squares are yellow. So it just helps you to spot. If I'm walking through the store, and you may not remember what that color is from week to week, but if you're walking through Publix and you start to notice, oh yeah, they're all yellow. I'm getting that. This is yellow week. And then all of a sudden you spot, a green. So we could go back another week to 12/19 and you spot a green. They just sit there and rotate back and forth. And you're walking through and you spot a green that they didn't pull down, then you need to grab some and you need to go buy it because it's going to be free. So if they forget to remove that tag and you catch them on the first day of the ad, that's usually the only time you're going to catch it, then you will end up getting one item for free. You won't get, 42 cans of Hunt's tomatoes, but you will get one item for free for catching that they forgot to remove that tag. So to help you out, last week's color was green. So this coming Wednesday will be yellow and you would be looking for greens. And that's all we do. Just rotate back and forth between yellows and greens each week. There are some occasional blues that throw in. Those are the love to save here tags. But that's a rare, you're talking about like 6 things in the whole store. So you just focus on yellows and greens, and which one, and you're going to be good. Okay. And can you use and earn extra care bucks in the same transaction? Yes, Anna, you can. So today, for me, my second transaction in CVS, I used $45 in extra care bucks. I spent $3 on a ton of stuff and then got back $30 in extra care bucks from that second transaction. So you can definitely use them and earn them on that same purchase without a problem. That's the best part of CVS and the drugstores in general. Okay, I think, and Aaron, to get to your questions too, and then I'm going to call it because we're way over on time. My favorite Brother printer is not on sale that I know of this week, Aaron, but I'll go hunting just to make sure. And I would expect it to be on sale within the next couple of weeks. It was on sale right before Christmas. So it's usually once a month that we see a really good deal on it. So I'll see if it's this week, but I'll let you know, and I can just shoot you a message too, Aaron, whenever I do spot it on sale. So try to make sure you don't miss it. Okay, so next week we're going to talk drugstores and CVS at length, how to do them, because we need to shop a grocery store, but we really need to shop a drugstore along with it. And we'll dive into all of that. We're going to talk organization in the next few weeks. We'll try to hit all the major kind of 101 type topics. So for those of you who are always on with me, thanks for being up for the review for the folks that are new, and thanks for helping with answering their questions as well. I know review isn't always fun, but it's much needed, especially this time of year with so many new people joining in and needing to save money. So I hope you guys have a great night. If you stay up late to watch a football game, I hope your team wins, whichever one it is. I don't know. I don't really know if I care. But go football, and you guys have a great night. And I will be back on Wednesday with all the deals that we got in Publix this week. So y'all have a great night, and thanks again for joining me.